Alrighty, welcome back to the Let's Play. It's been a little while since we've done some recording, and we'll be going ahead and fasting forward through this preparing shaders bit here in a moment. Alright, and like that, we are through. So, we're going to go ahead and we are going to get into the game here. I did try recording earlier. I ran into a little hiccup and had to reload. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into here. And we're going to pick up where we left off. You may have seen there that the autosaves at the potion shop. I am planning to go to the potion shop because we do need to get 3 potions to complete Professor Sharp's side objective. Yes, we need to be able to drink 3 potions a minute in any weather. Anyone here is an old school movie or TV show fan? Let's see here. So, real quick, let's get our gear equipped. Because I do have 2 pieces of gear that are outdated. Oh, okay. I'm just not high enough level to equip that. Okay. So, well, that's kind of annoying. I had gone back because I'd accidentally sold it thinking it was a different piece of equipment. Okay, well, we'll just sell it to him again. So, Hogsmeade. I'm going to travel there. And then we'll have to fast forward time to the morning so we can go in and talk to the guy. And we're going to try to buy the 3 potions we need because we can't craft potions yet, unfortunately. So we're going to have to buy the ones that we need. And then we'll see about after that taking the potions. And then we'll see about going and getting Depulso, because Depulso would have been very handy to have on a few occasions.
Any assistance at all?
And it's required for some of the Merlin trials, which I need to get access to being able to carry more shite. So, all right, so we need a focus potion,
A wise decision.
a Maxima potion, and an Edurus potion. Next, we're going to sell him all of our equipment,
Very
even the hat
good.
that we can't wear.
Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished.
All right, and also I hope that the improved mic audio is proving helpful for somebody. The previous episodes had mic audio that was less than stellar. Even with the software I used to filter my voice to try and get rid of, some of the garbage, it's not quite ideal. So I work with what I got. This is, after all, a headset mic I'm hearing.
Thank you.
Alright, so we won't have Maxima potions. But we did get the recipes for Thunderbrew, Focus, and Invisibility.
I hope to see you again. Farewell
As we go along, we'll be we'll brew specific potions that we need, but we're also going to be using hopping potion pots once we get the room of requirement to brew random potions. And so that should help out. Hogwarts map. Flying classes are in the bell tower wing. So, bell tower flu flames. Alright, we'll start at the west tower. We'll work our way down. We need to get those last 2 flu flames anyway. Okie dokie. So,
not that I'd want to go in, mind you. Well, not if he's there. Have you ever been to the kitchen?
Okay. Let's track the quest so we can get over there. Oh yeah, actually, we need to do Sharp's assignment first. Duh. I just went and bought the potions for it, and my brain's just like, nope. Let's see here.
Are you one of my
Potions
house elves?
should be here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, I already had an Edurus potion.
You do chatter on nonetheless. Muggle school is so dull compared to I'd imagine. Never been to a Muggle school myself.
Excellent.
I miss going to matches, cheering everyone on, fun, and getting to see Isaac Cooper.
I think Madam is a professional Quidditch player. Wish I could meet him.
My brother promised me his old broomstick.
Okay. That was supposed to do it. Oh, okay, cool. 10 potions class. Okay, locate on map. All right, so I need to go to the potions classroom, which is perfect because there is a Foo Flame. All right, so he'll teach us Depulso, then we'll go on the flying lesson because we need Depulso. There have been a couple of enemies in the right circumstances that I could have one-shotted with Depulso because this game does have conditional spell casting. For instance, I forget if it's Descendo or Leviosa, but when the spiders are digging into the ground, you can one-shot them.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander.
Okay, Depulso should be the
You've got it
push
now.
spell.
If you'd like to practice, and I think you should, perhaps best not to go flinging your classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here.
Depulso!
Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting. Still at it, I see. Well, repetition can be an excellent teacher.
I do love that there's no cooldowns during this period. Alright. I'm going to want to keep Accio as my spell, though, for now. Oh, okay, so I have tons of recipes. We're not making Wiggenweld, because one of the annoying things with the hopping pots is they will, more often than not, give you Wiggenwelds. I think they have a percentage chance for each potion. If you're full up on Wiggenweld, then you can't take the Wiggenweld out of the hopping pot. And so it gets a little annoying because it'll just lock up your hopping pots. Alright, so I can make Edurus, I can make Felix Felicis, and I can make Thunder Brew. Yeah, we're not going to be using much Felix Felicis. Not till I get near the top levels. Thunder Brew's nice. Focus, I don't have the ingredients for. Invisibility, I don't have the ingredients for. I need knotgrass. That. Idurus and Wiggenweld I can make. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt anything to make Idurus. In fact, that might make it a little bit easier with some of these fights, because I do try to avoid using Wiggenweld. I mean, I get that, you know, hey, it's there, you're supposed to use it, but I don't know. It's maybe a habit from Souls games, but I try to avoid using my heals too often. Alright, we'll make one Thunder Brew just to have it. And I'll see you guys once the potion's done. Alright, and it's just about done. There we go. And then we'll make some more Idurus, and then I'll be back with you guys when that's done. Alright, and we're back. While I was brewing potions, I got a ping from Professor Sharp. So let's go take a look at what he wants. Acquire and use an invisibility potion. Acquire and use a Thunder Brew potion against enemies. To get Defendo, which is really nice. Except I don't have the ability to make an invisibility potion. Okay, so we already read that last time. Still have unspent talent points, but what does it take to make an invisibility potion? So I need knotgrass. I will be right back. We're going to see what it takes to get knotgrass. Okay, so I did manage to go ahead and figure out that there's supposed to be an eye chest in the same room as this flue flame. So, where are you?
I can appreciate Hogsmeade all year round, but there's nothing like it after a fresh snowfall.
I prefer the 3 broomsticks to the Hog's Head. Sirona's a much better conversation.
Okay, where is... Nope.
My friends and I lose track of this time whenever we're at the 3 rooms.
What are you up to now?
Supposed to be around here somewhere. One moment, these maps are horrible. Alright, finally. So... Okay, one moment. I somehow got my spell tables mixed up. One moment. There we go. Yep, so I don't know where to collect knotgrass, but I know where I can buy it. I just need a little bit of ready cash to be able to do so. Alright, so let's hop over to Hogsmeade. We'll get the ingredients that we need from the Magic Neep. And then we'll go ahead and we will make ourselves some invisibility potions and unlock Defendo. Alright, so I have a Thunder Brew potion, so that's not a problem. We'll just go find some wolves or something to pick a fight with, and we'll use Thunder Brew.
Welcome. Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
Alright, how much does it cost for knotgrass?
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Okay, that draws down my reserves significantly, such that I can't buy anything else. But that's
No one
okay.
can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Once we get the room of requirement, money is not a problem. So, Alright, world map. Jackdaw's Tomb. Oh yeah, Upper Hogsfield. There should be stuff to fight around here. We'll just head southwest out of town. This way. Alright, real quick here, I need Thunderbrew. Alright, let's go find something to fight. Okay, oh yeah, this is the path down to the Forbidden Forest. I've already been through there.
These rocks have seen better days.
Yeah. I get real tired of hearing this guy talk. Okay, why can't I collect the lacewing flies? That's annoying. Oh yeah, there's usually guys up here, isn't there? I remember I had to give up on this Merlin trial. But nobody here now. Darn. Oh. Oh my. You're not much of a threat though, are you?
Levioso. Potato. Stupid one. Incendio.
Okay, so good potion. And it got me a duck bug. Okay. Now then, to do the next part, we need to acquire an invisibility potion, which we're going to have to brew. So let's go to Hogwarts. Yeah, library annex, potions. There we go. I'm slowly getting the hang of the map. I haven't played for over a week, but hey. And yes, if you're wondering, I do tend to make these in batches and then just trickle them out every couple of days. Pretty strong potion. The effect continued past the end of its duration. Alright, we'll be back once the potion's done. Alright, and the potion is finishing. Now the nice thing is, we're coming up on the end of Act 1, which is going to give us access to several things, including the Room of Requirement. Unfortunately, it's also going to bring us to one of the most annoyingly necessary parts of the game, Alohomora. Because in order to get Alohomora, we have to do stuff for the Groundskeeper. And in order to be able to use Alohomora on anything other than level 1 locks, which means getting access to all the really juicy loot, we have to find him a bunch of frickin' statues that are invisible and can only be revealed at night. I just love some of the Warner Brothers grind that they put into this game.
Yes.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
AAXXY.
Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would...
Okay, so real quick here. Let's go ahead and... So I like this being my general movement thing. We're going to want to go ahead and put Depulso on here. We're going to want to put... Expelliarmus, Defendo, and... Oh, whoops, no. Actually. And then... There we go. Oh, actually... That should probably be Lumos. Just as a utility spell. Yep, Alahamora. We don't have access to that yet.
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Levioso! Defendo!
As I mentioned earlier,
Depulso!
Diffindo can be versatile but dangerous. Good to see you continuing to practice.
Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Levioso! Defendo! Depulso!
Okay. I think I've got a basic handle of comboing between spell tables. And obviously I'll just have to get better as we go. So, speaking of as we go, it's finally time to get around to the flying class. Because I think this is the one thing holding me back from Act 1. So we want the Bell Tower Wing, Bell Tower Courtyard. We'll advance to daytime. And we'll go do our flying course. So with any luck, early Act 2, hopefully we'll get Descendo and Flipendo. Because those are two of the main ones I'm missing. Alright, let's wait till morning. Are you kidding me? That wasn't evening yet? Or that wasn't nighttime yet? That's... Oh. The day-night cycle in this game pisses me off sometimes. In case you haven't noticed. Let's go get this done. Because I'm not going to enjoy this more than likely. Ow.
Everybody
One of
grab
the
a
minutes.
broom and we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Hello.
The The goal of today is to remind all of you
Now-
how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
I know
As
to an
groups like
extent
this,
Japanese
first
culture
and
was
foremost,
popular
a
in
means of transportation.
1800s England.
This,
I
I
mean,
fear,
they
some
had an
of you
unabiding
have
love for
forgotten.
judo, but
Diving, rolling, and loop
I
the
wouldn't
loops
expect to
will
find a
not be taught or in
Japanese
fact
witch at
tolerated in this
Hogwarts
class.
in the 1800s.
We'll leave that to professional Quidditch players, like the Toyohashi Tengu. Not a fan, I take it? Now, let's see how well everyone kept up with their practice over the summer
Also,
holidays.
given that Japan was
For those who
very...
need a refresher, step up to your
Oh,
broom,
how
say
should I put
up
this?
firmly and clearly, then kick your
Isolationist
leg over
in the
and
1800s?
rest your weight on
Still?
the seat.
Fairly isolationist? I highly doubt that they would have their own Quidditch team in an international league.
Thank you. Now,
But that's just me, being
your
a history
turn.
nerd and wondering what the people writing this game were smoking.
School broom?
Up.
one leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off.
That's why side saddle is supposed to be done with a pommel.
And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care. The brooms are school property.
This'll take some
I
getting
want them
used to.
returned in one piece.
Wish I had my own broom.
Nice balance. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we?
Well, maybe if you give me an exercise that's actually challenging.
This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Haha! This is rather fun.
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year.
It gives you a better idea of the layout of the castle, but...
Whoa! Our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Haha! Brilliant!
I clipped one ring.
Oh, well
These
done!
controls are not very intuitive,
Have a
but they're not
moment?
exactly difficult either. I'd much rather have actual attitude controls rather than
I
using
say,
the
I
right
watched
stick
you
for
fly through
going
those
up and
rings.
down.
You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't properly met. I'm Everett Clopton. Am I right in suspecting that a Hufflepuff like you might be interested in some high-flying fun?
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour, so to speak. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Ha! Now that's more like it.
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I'm disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom, the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Yeah, no offense, but a points system doesn't really do much to incentivize student improvement. You need actual
Sorry about that business
detention,
with Kagawa, but you have to
the
admit
occasional
those
trip to
views
the
were worth it.
infirmary for severe incidents. The points system doesn't do jack.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spintwitches in Hogsmeade. He's always looking to test new models. I'll keep an eye out for you in the sky.
Okay, so that completes the flying class. Okay, we just completed a challenge. Let's see what we get. Claim reward. Legendary armored attire. Okay. Oh, we had some combat stuff come up. Defeat Dugbogs, Goblins, Fury, Dark Wizards, Spiders. Hey, I've already got tons of spider defeats. Trolls, Mongrels, we've already got some of those. Dueling feats. Yeah, I'll have to do more of those. Alright. So with that done, we just got side quests, but we're probably going to get contacted about something. Actually, I just see... Oh, okay, that's just the inventory. Oh yeah, the Dugbog tongue. It's a new type of item we haven't had before. Alright, let's see what else we can get into. If nothing else, I might have to round out the episode with a side quest or two. But I should get a prompt for a new main
I've not
story
forgotten
mission.
about our library venture. How did you fare? If you're keen for some illicit spell practice, meet me outside the Defense Against the Dark Arts classroom. I know a discreet place near there.
There you are. The Crosswands duelist to beat.
Good day to you. I require assistance with a delivery and thought you might be interested. Please visit me at J. Pippin's Potions if you'd like to earn a few coins.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Okay, that's the room of requirement. So let's take a look here. All right, so yes, in the Shadow of the Undercroft, that gets me Confringo. And then that's going to start me on the path to being able to work with Sebastian and get the unforgivable curses. Okay. The Room of Requirement, though, is the one that we really need, because, frankly, I need the ability to make my own potions. It's getting a little ridiculous here. Alright, we'll go to the Charms classroom, and then we'll work our way to the Room of Requirement from there. Once we get the Room of Requirement, we can actually set up the hopping potion pots, we can set up some tables to grow some plants, and we can set up the station that'll give me more materials to build stuff in the
He was
room.
still trying to levitate himself without magic. Goodness.
Okay, let's go up, up, up and away. Up and adamant. If anyone's an old school Hanna-Barbera fan.
Professor Weasley?
Somewhere away from prying eyes.
So that's 3, 4. Yep. Pacing back and forth with a specific need creates the Room of Requirement.
Forgive me, the headmaster stopped me and I... Merlin's beard. I see you've wasted no time. Well done. Shall we?
After you, Professor.
Yeah, I'll let you go in the creepy dark place, lady. You go first. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother making my Room of Requirement look pretty. At least not till the end of the series. Like, once we're at max level, I might go ahead and put some effort into making it look good.
This is the room.
For now, it's just going to be utilitarian.
It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room once you found it. There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell.
Oh, hey, cool. I don't have to use the pulso.
To vanish certain objects, such as these chairs and other things here in the room. I suggest you practice the wand movements first, then you can clear the chairs away.
I'm going to be clearing away the whole rest of the room, lady, unless it's a treasure chest. It's going.
Splendid. Now, cast Evanesco on those chairs.
Actually, now that I think about it.
Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Lady, I already had like 50 pieces before we got
Where
here.
in
Trust
Merlin's
me.
name is that elf? Is that... Goodness. My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Accio! Levioso!
Oh. Huh. I'll have to go visit that one tower then, because there's one just like that there.
Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them! No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Thought I was gonna have to blast him. Nope. Handy.
How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Accio! Levioso! Accio! Levioso!
Okay, that's annoying.
Incendio. Accio. Levioso.
Oh. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do now.
Accio.
Alright, can you stop levitating? That'd be nice.
Levioso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Levioso.
Okay, so wait a minute. I can't go up and over. Huh.
Depulso. Whoa. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Come on, I don't want to have to use a guide for this. Why is it the puzzle never seems to make sense? I'll be right back. Okay, that is beyond stupid, but okay.
Accio.
Actually, before I go do anything else.
Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Accio.
Okay. So that was both annoying and not really worth it, though it did at least let me know certain interactions are possible. If If I'm levitating two objects in a puzzle, I can pull them together with Accio by standing on one.
I hope that house elf can find us in here. Lumos.
I get a feeling this house elf has gone quite mad in here.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just
Except
close
you
your
can't
eyes.
change the room of requirement while you're
Imagine
in
the
it. You have to
room
leave it,
precisely
close the door,
as
let
you
it disappear, and then reconjure the room with a different need. So, unless the room lost that ability during the time between this and the books, this shouldn't be an ability the room has. But that's just me being overly, picky.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with.
And there's still tons of stuff in the room I can zap away from
I look
Moonstone.
forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed.
Which works out perfectly because I do have a piece of unidentified gear, though it is inferior to what I wear.
You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
Alright, let's see how much of this room I can evaporate here. Oh. That would appear to be a... Oh, nope, there's one more painting. There we go.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring. The room might not provide everything you need on its own.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you.
Yay, another utility
Very
spell
good.
that does me no good
When
elsewhere.
conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. They list the ingredients or resources needed to conjure a particular object. You should have acquired some for a potion station and potting table from tomes and scrolls in Hogsmeade.
I did. Where can I find the resources I need?
While resources such as Moonstone can be obtained throughout the Highlands, it's much safer and easier to purchase them. They can also be collected by vanishing objects in the room, such as the chairs you vanished earlier. In fact, you should have enough resources for now.
I see. Can I regain resources by vanishing something I've already conjured?
You can indeed. Quite perceptive. Why don't you give it a try? Go ahead and conjure the potion station.
Please tell me you'll
and
let me
potting
conjure
table.
the ones I actually
You should find
want, not the
both
basic
familiar,
ones.
since they'll resemble the ones you've already used to study magical plants and brew potions in class.
Okay. Well, since this is my remove requirement one, we'll go ahead and throw this here. Okay, good. You'll let me conjure anything, which is just... Oh, no, never mind, never mind. Oh, okay, so it breaks it up into categories. Okay, so this is how they do it. Alright, so if I go to potions, then I should have... T-shaped... 3 burners for brewing potions. Yep, that's the one I want. Oh, okay, so they go into different models. Okay. Gothic, eclectic, botanical, scientific. Oh, the scientific one.
Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Ah, yes, a chopping station. Yes, please. Oh, I need the Moonstone. That's what I need. Utility. Ah, I have insufficient Moonstone. Okay. That is fine. Deke will be here to answer
The
any
refiners can
questions you
create
may
more
have.
Moonstone.
Do not underestimate his insights.
Can I use this type of transfiguration magic outside of the room?
Conjuring and vanishing are strictly forbidden elsewhere in the castle. We've charms in place to enforce that. It would be exhausting to reverse the errors in both judgment and magic. But the Room of Requirement has its own rules.
Can you tell me a bit more about Deke?
He's been at Hogwarts longer than I have, and seems to know its every nook, cranny, and secret. We discovered this room together when I was a student. Deke has had a good deal of experience, both here at Hogwarts and at a previous post. I shall let Deke tell you more when he's ready, but again, you would be wise to listen to any suggestions he may have.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck. I shall linger a bit longer in case you'd like to learn another transfiguration spell for use in the room.
Another transfiguration spell, is that... Oh, okay. Okay, so that's slowly but surely producing more moonstone. You guys are producing me some plants, producing me fertilizer. Actually, Dittany has potions uses. Mallow Sweet doesn't. Really. Oh, mine, I don't remember. Knotgrass I definitely want more of, because I need that for invisibility potions. Let's take a look at the potion station real quick, see what Mallow Sweet's used for. Yeah, Mallow Sweet's not used in any of my potions, so we'll just make some of it, just to be able to make more for... Actually, do I need to make more of it? Inventory, herbs... Oh, okay, I got notes. Cool. Herbs, Mallow Sweet... Okay, yeah, I do need to make more. There's like 20-something Merlin challenges, and you need one for every Merlin challenge. So we'll grow some, but we're not going to grow a lot of it. Just a little. Alright, and then that fertilizer, if I remember correctly, inspect. Okay, so that increases yield by 1. It's not going to do too much for these smaller plants, but when we get the large planting station and we plant some venomous tentacula seeds, those things only generate 1 per growth cycle, so the fertilizer will double the yield. Alright, well, this episode's gone on for a while. Next episode, we'll pick up with learning the other spell from Mrs. Weasley, and then we'll see about going ahead and time skipping a little bit in order to let these stations produce more moonstone. In fact, I will probably just go ahead and reconfigure the room for a little bit and have like 20 of these stations going. And producing all the moonstone that we need in order to turn this place into a factory. I plan to have one alcove be nothing but hopping potion pots. The center area is going to be the planting area. And then we'll have the other 2 alcoves be potions. In fact, I'm probably going to move the desk somewhere too. If I can move the desk up here, I will. And then this alcove will also be for other production stuff. In fact, if I make one of these alcoves into nothing but potions, and then the other 2 alcoves can be random potion ingredient production, then we'll have an alcove. Yeah, and 1 alcove for fertilizer. Actually, I may need 2 alcoves for fertilizer. We'll see, because I can make... I think I can place 4 fertilizing things at a time.
if you have a moment.
Either way, I thank you guys for sitting through my rambling. We'll see about getting the place updated and set up in the next episode. For now, we're going to go ahead and save the game, and we will take a look at what can be done in the next one when we get the transfiguration spell from Weasley. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show, and if you have any questions, comments, ideas, etc., leave them in the comments below. If you liked it, I'd appreciate it if you threw a like on, but hey, it's not, there's literally no possible way for me to require that. So take care, have a good time. I'll see you next time.